Alright, in this video we'll go over the version week theory trades of yesterday. There were actually quite a few winners, and unfortunately I skipped some of them and I ended up down on the day, and I'll go over why. So 5-second overview of the strategy. We want to wait for virgin wicks, which is any untouched wick, to get closed through on the hourly chart. Then in the next hour, you drop down to the 1 minute time frame, wait for price to trade below the point of interest created by that virgin wick level into a higher time frame FVG. Then we take a SysD or an IFVG back to the upside. Super simple. All right, so we'll start with NQ, and let's start with Asia. So there were actually two winners on NQ during New York, which I did not take, which we will go over, and I'll tell you why. So this is 9 p.m. We have this bearish point of interest to work with, created by this bearish Chad candle here, which closed through this virgin wick. So let's see if the POI gets engaged for criteria number 1. Bang, it has been engaged. Let's turn on our higher time frame FVG indicator. Okay, so no bearish FVG has been engaged yet. There, we'd finally get a wick into the 30-minute FVG. So that is criteria number 2 confirmed. Now you just need either a SysD or an IFVG. So let's see. Bang. So you actually get a confirmed IFVG and a SysD in the same candle. So that's a very strong signal of reversal. And so you could enter here, pull your stop just above that high and target 2R. And the reason I don't love this is because, as you can see, there is just a massive wall, a giant sea of green, bullish fair value gaps here. So that makes it not A+ for me. If we did not have these green FVGs down here, I would love this. I would take this 10 out of 10 times. But yeah, as you can see, we are trying to short through a bunch of support. So I do not love this and I skipped it. But if you do not care about that and you are happy to fight through FVGs, opposing FVGs, then you would have got a win. Besides that, it is a very nice setup. And then we have the exact same thing happening at 11 p.m. on Sunday. So let's go here. Start from the start. Okay, so we have these two bearish points of interest to work with. As you can see, our CCT indicator showed that this bearish candle closed through this virgin wick and this virgin wick. So immediately when the candle opens, the hour opens, we have both POIs get engaged. Let's see if we have higher time frame FVGs. Okay, so it looks like there is a 10-minute one there, a red one there, if I zoom in real close. But again, we are in the middle of a bunch of bullish FVGs. So I do not love it. But you do end up getting a change in state of delivery right here. So you could enter there. Whoa. You could enter there, get tagged in, stop just up there, targeting 2R. And it does go to TP. Oh, actually, I would have went to break even at 1R and got out break even. But if you do not follow that, then you could have gotten a nice 2R win. But yeah, same reason that I skipped this one is we're in a bunch of opposing FVGs, so I don't love it. Plus, I'm starting to think Asia Sunday Open is a bit iffy anyways. I noticed in my journal, Sunday Asia Open trades don't perform as well as the rest of the week. And it kind of makes sense. It's like London is still asleep from the weekend. New York is still asleep from the weekend. It's also why a lot of traders say Tuesday to Thursday are the best days to trade. It's because all markets across the world are firing off. An analogy is like, let's say you're hosting a party and there's only one person there, you. It's not really that fun. You want to wait until at least 2 or 3 people get there. Then the party is firing at full force and there's a lot more activity going on. But when it's just Asia, it's a lot less volume. So I think I'll still trade Sunday Asia Open in the future, but it'll have to be like A++, like none of this opposing FVG stuff. And even then, I think I'll size down. But if you caught those ones, I'm happy for you. Very nice. Okay, on to London. Yeah, we had the exact same situation here. So this was 2 a.m. London Open. There was a successful trade because we have a bullish point of interest that gets engaged along with some bearish FVGs and a confirmed SysD entry here. But yeah, I don't love it for the exact same reason. We have a bunch of green that we are trying to fight through. But if you took it, very nice. I'm very happy for you. All right. And then I think there was one more trade. Oh no, two more on NQ. Where am I? Yeah, so this was a loss I took actually. At 9 a.m. Okay, 8 a.m. there was nothing there. There were no bullish points of interest followed by an entry model, so I didn't take anything. And we have this extended POI that had not been engaged until 9 a.m. So I still considered it valid. So here we are at 9 a.m. with this extended POI and a 30-minute, and I think it's a 1 hour bullish FVG. We then get a confirmed SysD, I believe. Yeah, confirmed SysD. So that's where I entered, put my stop just down there, targeting 2R, and I got stopped out. And then you actually get another shot at it after New York Open, after 9:30. There is a confirmed IFVG here. Once it loads, yep, there it is, confirmed bullish IFVG, and we tapped into a bunch of bullish FVGs. As you can see, there's a 1 hour one here and a 15-minute one here. But I did not take this one just because I was done for the day after this loss, and not gonna lie, New York Open volatility scares me a bit. Look at these moves. But I know some people took this one and it does end up winning, so very nice, very nice. All right, that was it for gold. Oh, sorry, NQ. Let me go to gold. Ah, yeah. Textbook. Lots of people won off this one. Unfortunately for me, I was done for the day at this point, so I did not take it. But this is... If I had to write a book on VWT, I'd probably use this example. Okay. So here we are, start of 10 a.m. We have this giant bullish dildo closing through this virgin wick, creating this bullish point of interest. And we also have some bullish FVGs perfectly aligned with it. So let's see if they get engaged. Bang, POI has been engaged and bullish FVGs have been engaged. Now just looking for our entry model, and there is a SysD there. So this is a SysD because what is the last swing low that got swept? A swing low is a 3-candle pattern where the middle wick has a lower wick than the wicks next to it. So this one has a lower wick than this and this. So that is a swing low. And we want to look at the leg that swept it. So this is the leg that swept it. In that leg, since it is a bearish leg, we want to look at the lowest closing down candle in that leg, which is this one. Is it consecutive with any other bearish candles? No, it is not. Okay, so we just look at the opening price of this one. So there is your change in state of delivery. And then, after this candle closes, you should already have your limit order ready with your contract size and stop loss and take profit ready, and you can immediately press enter or place trade once it closes, and you should get tagged in the next candle. If not, you also get a chance to get tagged in. Oh no, you don't. Or you can just market order in. I know some people like to market order in. Sometimes I like to market order in as well. It just depends. And this one ends up running a shit ton. So yeah, good job if you caught this one. I know a lot of people caught this one. A++. Yeah, it's got everything you want. Draw on liquidity, just perfect. Study this if you want to study VWT. All right, and I don't think there was much else. Looks like there was a successful setup during 1 a.m. though, so that's outside kill zone. I would not take that one. Speaking of taking trades outside kill zone, I broke one of my rules yesterday and I took this 7 p.m. Sunday Asia Open trade. And I copped an L for it. So yeah, this is during 7 p.m. We have a few bullish points of interest to work with. And we have some bullish FVGs to work with. So I waited for this POI got engaged, we tapped into some FVGs, and then we got an IFVG. So I entered and I got kicked in the face immediately in 2 candles, stopped out, and I learned my lesson to stick to the kill zones. Don't try and be fancy, don't try to get greedy, just the kill zones are there for a reason. So I will not make that mistake again, hopefully not. And that was it for the day. Yeah. Hopefully you cop some wins, and I'll see you next time, or I'll see you in the Discord.